When Heather asked me to speak about grace last weekend, my first thought was why? I'm certainly not elegant, and I'm not refined, and I'm really not graceful in manner. However, I quickly realized that she meant the spiritual grace as the gift God has given each of us as his children. It is a gift that is given to all of us, no matter our circumstance, our ethnicity, or our orientation. We just have to be open to seeing it and receiving it. Grace is not always clearly visible and can be hard to picture, but it is an attitude that we can all cultivate in our daily lives. So it occurs to me that we can all extend God's grace with very little effort, so why not? Firstly, let's all be honest in our actions. We all make mistakes, but let's acknowledge when we've done something wrong rather than covering it up. Cover-ups only lead to more problems and frustration in the end, compounding a bad situation into something even worse, negating the concept of grace. Forgiveness. In the same mindset, extend forgiveness to those who do wrong towards you. Don't harbor resentment, as that quickly turns to anger towards others. Allow others to make mistakes without punishment or penalty, helping instead to find ways to offer guidance. As well, forgive ourselves when we make mistakes and learn to do better the next time. Anything less would negate grace. Be kind. This seems so simple, yet can be so hard to do at times. Think about when you're in a long queue at the supermarket, waiting and waiting. Refrain from getting angry or berating others. Instead, practice patience and understanding in difficult situations. A kind word goes a long way no matter what. Anything less would negate grace. It's often easier to show grace to those that are like-minded and similar to us, as opposed to those that are different or with a different point of view, or to those that we disagree with. It can be hard to extend love to those that are mean or rude, but if we're not willing to extend grace in all situations, how can we be open to receiving it? Foster good relationships. Surround ourselves with people of a similar mindset. Grow friendship with friends that show compassion and love towards others. For example, join in fellowship with our church family or sharing in their community outreach is one way to develop kindness and to surround ourselves in good relationships. Seeing how others benefit from even small gestures in a world full of need is the gift of grace at work. Follow examples of friends doing good deeds for others and continue to grow those gestures, thereby expanding the circle of grace. Be thankful. Be grateful for what we have given and offer what we can without judgment to those in need. It's easy to forget the simple things in life that we have to be thankful for. Clean water, abundant food, a warm bed. Let's use what we have been blessed with to foster positive change and transformation in our neighborhoods. Living more like Christ's example today in what seems to be a broken world. One doesn't have to look far to notice the need for a helping hand. Excuse me. So let's be encouraged and empowered to live in grace by taking some simple actions. Being honest, being forgiving, being kind, being in good relationships, and being thankful. Anything less would negate grace. So thinking back on Heather's original request to speak about grace, it seemed that she might have known something that I didn't realize. Although I'm not graceful as such, I do try to live a life led by God's humble gift of grace. It does seem even more appropriate that we celebrate God's grace in action this Thanksgiving season, as we contemplate our commitment to stewardship, as we all have much to be thankful for. So with God's grace, let us move forward.